No editing, no nothing. We're jumping into this raw. So we got some Pokemon news today. Okidogi, Munkidori, and Fezandipiti. We knew about them from before. They're coming with the DLC. We now know their new ability, Toxic Chain. And let me tell you something. This ability is absolutely sick. When they hit the opponent with an attack, the power of Toxic Chain all three Pokemon have may cause the opponent to become badly poisoned. What does this sound like? This sounds like Poison Touch, though we know that Poison Touch is regular poison. This is badly poison. However, it's better than Poison Touch. This activates on any move, right? Special as well. So Fezandipiti used Air Slash and Meowscarada was badly poisoned. I'm surprised Meowscarada survived the Air Slash to get poisoned to begin with. Maybe that thing doesn't have that much power. But the fact of the matter is, when I'm going for an attack, it has the secondary effect, no matter what the effect of that attack is, to also badly poison. This seems pretty crazy with flinch moves, obviously, like Air Slash and Rock Slide. Well, VGC's case, Rock Slide, right? And in general, it means that Pokemon that normally resist these Pokemon, also I think this kind of infers that these Pokemon might be part Psychic type. Did I say Psychic? I meant Poison. These Pokemon might be part Poison type or full Poison type. I could see something like Poison Flying, Poison Dark, and I don't know, whatever, Poison Grass, which I'm really hoping I'm wrong on the last one, but maybe even Poison Fighting, but for sure at least part Poison type. So I'm excited about that. We haven't had a Poison type legendary since Eternatus, and that's been so long, huh? Nah, Sword and Shield just feels like it was forever ago. Maybe the meta just felt like forever, but I love Poison types. I am absolutely excited about this. It's just really cool because you think that a Pokemon can wall you, and then you get a badly poison on it. This is a toxic poison on the opponent. Really, really good. And also, I mean, it's nice because it keeps like thicker, stallier Pokemon. I use that word because I know people love to hate on that word, but stall Pokemon at bay. But of course, Big Toxapex does not care at all. And we also saw in this one, we saw a few things, right? I want to get over, and let me know your thoughts down below. Also, leave a like, sub. You know, I'm on my way to 400K. If you enjoy this video, if everybody watching this video today, subscribe. I can hit 400K today. So this was the interesting thing, right? We saw a bunch of Pokemon that are returning. We're gonna go over that list real quick, but I need to talk. We need to talk about Scald. Now, everybody knows Volcanion is the only Pokemon that can use Scald in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, correct? Shout out to the people who tweeted this at me. But Volcanion used Scald. You can kind of read it right here. But this is how Volcanion using Scald looks like in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, there's another Pokemon in the trailer. We saw that Milotic was coming back. And what the hell is Milotic? What is Milotic doing here? What is this move? What is this move? I thought this was now Volcanion's signature move. No, it looks like Scald is coming back in the DLC. Holy crap. This is probably the biggest change for competitive in all sides, right? I don't care if you play 6v6 on Showdown, on your calculator, in the game, Battle Stadium 3v3, it doesn't matter. Obviously, Scald coming back is the biggest. I'm going to be completely honest. It's been really nice switching into water types and them using Surf. They do a little bit more damage, but they're not burning me and crippling me for the entirety of the game. So, remember, game footage is never final when it comes to these trailers. That's what they say. But if this means the return of Scald, holy crap, man. Bulky waters are about to be on the rise again. It's been really nice, you know, having my grass types and my dragon types be actual resistances to water types. Everybody played Pokemon, or maybe not everybody, but a lot of you might have played Pokemon before this generation, and Scald was an absolute menace. Basically, every bulky water ran it because it gave them a chance of beating Pokemon that they shouldn't, because you can burn them. And even if it's a special attacker coming in, right? Like, let's say it's a grass type special attacker, it doesn't matter because you're just getting this residual damage turn per turn. You know, Spike, Stealth Rock, all that stuff starts to add up. So that's a pretty crazy return when it comes to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let me know your thoughts on that. So let's look at the Pokemon returning with the Teal mask. Obviously, we know these guys and Ogerpon and all of them. So Ninetales, which is pretty big. We get Drought on that. We've all been using Torkoal on Sun. I think Torkoal is better on Sun, obviously, in higher tiers. And I think even in VGC, it's better on Sun, too, because you can run Lily Cole or Torkoal Trick Room, whatever the hell you want to do. But Ninetales is nice for lower tiers, getting that Drought. I mean, there's a lot of... My boy Skull Villain is in the ZU tier, guys, right now. So I know he's praying for Ninetales to be there. I also want to note Pokemon like Ninetales actually get a lot better in this generation, obviously because of terrestrialization, right? In lower tiers before, Ninetales actually use either Specs or Z as an offensive option because I think that anything that can set up is strong, right? So it already has the sun boosted moves. If you Terra Fire, it's a Fire Blast Flamethrower. You can even go Flamethrower now because you get the boost on it, right? But also, I mean, you're going to try and beat me with a Water type, I'll Terra Water. You try and beat me with a Ground type, I'll Terra Grass, go for Solar Beam, survive the hit. It's a high speed tier. It actually looks like it'll be a threat in lower tiers, for sure. Terra just changes everything. I think I changed its Hidden Power type by accident. I'm looking at National Dex, which makes it a little bit harder. But Snorlax is big. Yeah, but also, not to state the obvious, but also big for both VGC and singles, right? Curselax makes a return, or Belly Drumlax, potentially when it comes to VGC. We don't see that as much in singles unless you're playing Gold, Silver, Crystal OU, but this mon obviously being a fantastic threat. If we look at the current, let's just look at UU and RU, just to have an idea of what they look like. Like Snorlax will check something like Espeon, Greninja, Gengar. Obviously, again with Terra, Iron Jugulus. Obviously with Terra, all these are like up in the air about counters being counters, but still huge returning mon. Furret, the meta-defining Pokemon that is Furret. Dustbuster over here is honestly might break the game. I could see it being banned across all formats. Same thing with Noctowl, to be honest. Meganium is coming back. The absolute worst competitive starter of Generation 2. Congratulations, Meganium. Though I take that back, because the bad thing about Meganium is its typing, right? It's pure grass, and not to mention it doesn't get any moves. They literally didn't give it any moves in this. This is very funny. Let me give it National Dex, just to give it a little bit of respect. But its typing is the big thing, right? It's a Venusaur clone. It's a Venusaur clone. Obviously, everybody knows, right? The Gen 1 and Gen 2, everybody knows. Damn near Venusaur clone. They swapped defense with special attack, which obviously makes this mon worse. Doesn't have setup besides Curse, which I don't even know if it had access to. But Leech Seed sets. It does have Swords Dance, excuse me. But maybe even Swords Dance offensive sets in the lower tiers could be cool or valuable, right? Obviously, I'm gonna Terra Blast this thing into a Fairy. I wish it got an overhaul and was either Grass Dragon or Grass Fairy, because I think it'd actually be a very solid Pokemon at that. Whether it be Cleric. We don't know if everything will get access to Heal Bell and Aromatherapy again. At the moment, we have like Blissey and stuff. We finally got Heal Bell via Blissey, or Aromatherapy is one of those two. But yeah, Terra Fairy, Swords Dance, offensive, Seed Bomb, whatever. I'm assuming we get some DLC moves as well, and obviously defensively with like some Leech Seed Synthesis set with Fairy type could work for sure because good defenses. That's about it. I'm very happy about Emapalm, but that's just for personal reasons. Lower tier seems cool again. Emapalm, like Terra normal fake outs and double hits or Terra slaps, depending on what ability you go. I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, Terra just boosts any offensive Pokemon with speed even higher. Same thing with Yanmega, right? Like imagine Tinted Lens, Terra Bug, Bug Buzz. Right? We already seen what Tinted Lens Braviary can do with Hurricane. Yanmega has more accurate Bug Buzz, and Bug is super spammable when you have Tinted Lens. Obviously, speed boost sets as well. Gliscor is probably the demon that this mon is going to be insane, right? Because Gliscor can do literally everything. And I'll try and have Poison Stamps down. Poison Stamps. I got Gliscor on the brain. I'll try and have timestamps down below of everything, but obviously the first set that seems pretty nasty is the OG set with Toxic Orb, right? Poison Heal, all that stuff. And then you have your basic Gliscor as well. And I think Gligar can do the exact same thing with Eviolite. But Earthquake, Taunt, U-Turn Roost. And then you have, obviously this mon also got hindered a bit because Roost is APP over 16. But the big thing is like this set, like what are you even going to beat this with, right? Oh, first off, if it's special defensive, it already beat Rotom's Hydro Pump anyway, so it for sure is beating Volt Switch. And I'm saying that because you're more than likely Terra Water on this guy, so you can live the Ice and Water moves that are coming at you, and then you're chilling, right? I think Gliscor is going to be insane. I think Gliscor is going to be absolutely... You can Terra Fairy as well, and only be weak to 2 different types. And one of them isn't even the best offensively, aka Poison. So, I don't know, man. This mon looks like it's going to run the meta. It really looks like it's going to run the meta. And there's a whole lot of other sets you can do, right? You can do Sub. I don't think it's going to have access to Toxic anymore. but it can do a whole lot, man. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited about Gliscor for sure. Mighty not really too metagame defining. Shift Tree, Sun Team's cool for lower tiers. Mr. Crawl, Crawdont with adaptability. Basically, it will be slow Basculegion or the original Basculegion, right? Let's assume knockoff doesn't come back, or that Crawdont doesn't learn knockoff via level up, because I feel like it does. Yeah, I was correct. It does, level 16. So I'm assuming you'll still have the knockoff. So obviously you'll have your knockoff, your Crab Hammer or Liquidation, depending on how you like to play, your Aqua Jet, and then your last move is typically Filler. Close Combat fits here too. There's no Ferrothorn at the moment from what I can see, but obviously with adaptability and Terra Waters or Terra Darks, insane. I think Swords Dance Terra Water Aqua Jets are kind of crazy as well. Dragon Dance also actually has some sort of potential because of Terra Water as well. So great wall breaker. Knockoff is obviously amazing. Obviously Basculegion is great, right? But in 66 singles, Last Respects has been, and that means that while its water move is insanely strong, especially with Terra Water Wave Crashes, it doesn't have like a spammable move that doesn't kill itself. You know, whereas knockoff is nasty. Chimecho, whatever. Milotic is big for lower tiers, for VGC, for Battle Stadium, also for SCALD. Apparently, that's coming back. The messenger that just came here and told us. And then we have Vikavolt, which can probably do some web stuff. It has Levitate, right? So a Terra Fly or a Terra Pokemon, like terrestrializing into a pure Electric type. To get the 2-time stab on electric moves, but also have no weakness because you have Levitate, is pretty nasty. And of course, defensively, Vikavolt does have access to Roost, Volt Switch. It has good special attacks, and like Terra Ground, Terra Blast is way better than Mudshot, or Terra Water, Terra Blast. Like this would be a niche Pokemon that I'll use in higher tiers for sure. So that's in the Teal Mask, which I believe is the first DLC that we will be getting. It says fall 2023, and then we have winter 2023, which is the Indigo Mask at the Blueberry Academy. Obviously Terrapagus, but the big Mon's returning. Flygon, very happy about that. Trapinch is a big one for Little Cup. I know you're like, yo, who cares? No, Little Cup players care. We got to look out for them. Also, Little Cup is a very fun tier. So Trapinch being able to trap in lower tiers. Flygon coming back. One of the Flygon's biggest problems on the Dragon Dance set, I like that Milotic is in both. One of the Flygon's biggest problems on the Dragon Dance set specifically was that it was a little bit weak, right? It was weak on its coverage. You have Flygon, and then you have your Dragon Dance. Obviously, Flygon's been the GOAT since it came out, in my opinion. Love this Mon. You have your Dragon Dance set, right? And then when you wanted coverage for Pokemon like Bronzong, because typically they're in the same tier, you have Fire Punch, but Fire Punch is 75 base power coming off of 100 attack, and you're probably using Jolly on it, so it's 299, 100 base attack, 299 plus 1. It's not gonna do a lot to Bronzong. Plus, you're boosting your speed too, so Gyro Ball is gonna do a lot, or like potentially Togekiss is in the tier, so you want Stone Edge. Stone Edge is good, 100 base power. Togekiss can still, live it, but it's still solid. But when you fix this, what do? You give yourself Stab on one of these, and it doesn't even have to be Fire, right? You don't have to become a Fire type or Levitate, which is not bad at all by any means, by the way. A Fire type Levitate, kind of nice. But you can fix this, and you can have Terra Dark with Stab Crunch, or boost your Earthquake if they're not running Zong, right? Or Terra Ground Earthquake, like that fixes a lot of Flygon's weaknesses. Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, there's so much this Mon can do. So again, I think that any Mon that can set up, and speed is the big one, right? Obviously, Swords Dance is really nice too if you're bulky or you have priority. But any Mon that can set up, get some sort of speed going on as well, I think it's just a huge buff for any Mon like that. Milotic, we already talked about that. I'm very excited about Metagross too. I love Metagross. This is one of my favorite pseudos, and it's nice because again, defensively it was already great typing, but just becomes a water type, right? Just become a water type after, because when in doubt, become a water type, right? When in doubt, become a water type, because defensively water types are very sound. They are very, very sound. They're insanely good. You're weak to electric, you're weak to grass, you're weak to freeze dry, but you're really freaking good. You got a lot of neutral, got some decent resistances as well. Like, it's just really nice. And I mean, the Iron Defense Body Press set, while becoming a fairy type, for instance, right? Imagine the Iron Defense Body Press become a fairy type, so they can't hit you on the special side with earth power, lava plumes, all that. It still can. Become a fairy type or a water type, and it's insane. Like again, lower tiers aren't ready. It's not a high tier Pokemon in my opinion, because nowhere near Mega Metagross, unless they give it shift gear. That'd be really nice with the DLC. They give it shift gear. I'm hoping, but I'm really hoping. Substrika, whatever lower tier Mon that gets better coverage now. That's awesome. Whimsicott, really nice lower tier Mon that gets also in VGC higher tier Mon, right, for Tailwind and stuff like that. But really nice lower tier Mon that gets extra coverage too. A lot of sets that I used to use back in the day, Whimsicott, were specs. Like in lower tiers, it has a good speed tier, and Fairy is a great offensive typing and defensive typing. It's just a great typing. Those Mons were made to succeed. I might actually even put up a video today on that, but might wait. But those Mons were basically made to succeed. But you have your Moonblast, your Giga Drain, your U-turn, your Switcheroo, which is what this Mon typically did. But imagine now, oh no, Heatran can come in on me. Oh no, Steel types in general can wall me. Well, not when I run Terra Blast plus Ground or Fire for, you know, opposing grass switching. So like the grass poisons that like to switch in, like Vileplume and stuff in the lower tiers. I don't even think Vileplume's in the game, but I actually don't think Vileplume's in the game. But I could be wrong. I'm pretty positive. I've not seen this Mon at all. But yeah, something like that. Offensively, it looks nice. Defensively, obviously, for sub-seed sets, looks pretty crazy. I think Hisuian Electro can do that a little bit better. But this one obviously has Prankster, so. And Cinccino, similar to Ambipom, a Mon that can Terra Normal or actually have Stab on its coverage, Low Kick, or anything like that, or Terra Blast. Pretty cool. Reuniclus is a demon. Reuniclus is a demon, man. Like, this Mon was already hard enough to deal with when you had super effective moves to hit it, right? How many times have you tried to use Tyranitar to beat Reuniclus and just lost? Now, it already has exactly what it needs, right? So this is the thing. So Reuniclus always needed, it always needed a fairy move, right? Reuniclus always needed a fairy move. Because when you were playing other tiers, like if you wanted something that could hit both Tyranitar plus Mega Sableye back in the day, and now, you know, you run Focus Blast, but you get walled by Sableye. Some people in Gen 5 run Thunder plus Hidden Power Ice, literally Thunder plus Hidden Power Ice. That's Gen 5 specific. People would sometimes run Energy Ball, Calm Mind, Psy Shock. I mean, now the dude can just Terra Blast Fairy, or Terra Blast Fighting if it really wants to, but Fairy, again, very sound, offensive and defensive. Obviously, Fairy plus Psychic is walled by Steel, but you still have Focus Blast as a potential option as well. And just becoming a Fairy type is really good with Magic Guard. Not to mention, like, the Garg complete shutdown. I'm talking about Garganacl, however you want to pronounce it. The complete shutdown with Magic Guard. We have a very distinct lack of Magic Guard Pokemon right now. They ain't going to Clef, they don't Reuniclus. So the Guard shutdown is really nice. One of the most annoying Pokemon to fight. Really big, and also like this mon's gonna be a kill. I cannot wait. This mon's, it's annoying as hell. Like, I just Terra Blast Fairy. What you gonna beat me with? Golden Go? Yeah, you are. But I'll Terra Blast Water then. Shoot, screw you. Meowstic, I guess, for dual screens in lower tiers. I'm sure Nasty Plot sets in lower tiers are going to be crazy just because of how fast it is. And we get another Fairy in Alcremie, another Mon that can Calm Mind and Recover, and it's significantly worse than Florges, in my opinion, for team support, just because Florges can obviously spin, but has, just to compare it to Florges' stats, like, it is significantly worse than Florges. Like, you got more defense, but you got less HP, less special attack, less special defense, and less speed. So it's typically a tier lower than Florges, because also Florges can Wish Pass, but being able to obviously Calm Mind and Recover. We don't know if you'll have Mystical Fire yet or anything like that, but you'll have Terra. It's not bad. If I'm going to use a Calm Mind Mons, though, I'd rather use Florges and Sylveon. So this one probably ends up just the tier below those. But that's basically what we're looking at in terms of the returning Pokemon. We also have some DLC locations. A little about it, but just basically showing that the other Mons that returned. I really love the terrarium that we have here. I love this. Kind of reminds me of Minecraft, to be honest. I love Alolan Eggy. I guess I didn't talk about Alolan Executor because that's right here. Right, Executor plus Alolan Executor are coming back, so I'm hyped about Alolan Executor. Golurk was another mon that was not shown on this list, or either that or I just completely ignored it. Whatever. Golurk. I don't think Golurk's in the game right now. Golurk sounds crazy with Terra too. Offensively, already has great dual typing. Right, Ground Ghost is nice offensively as well. And then we had the Blueberry Academy, which I'm assuming this is going to be the place that we'll be able to get like DLC. It's an academy all about like battling and things like that, right? That's what the second DLC is about, isn't it? So, well, they split into 2 parts and link together to complete the story. But yeah, I'm assuming that's where we get all the DLC. And then lastly, we have a Gimmighoul event, the Chest Form that come out. I kind of hope, I wish they'd like change the shiny specifically for this. I think they'd be pretty cool. But I mean, this one's sick just to have as part of your collections, and then comes with some decent items as well. I know some people were having some trouble with the raid as well. Some people were like not getting items. It said like 000. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Like I said, this is very raw. No editing, no nothing. We're just kind of talking about it. But let me know your thoughts. Hope y'all enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't. See you on the next one. Peace.